Hello everyone and welcome back to my History Police video. And today I'm going to share my thoughts with you as a historian on Gladiator. I want first to say that these types of historical fiction are more my cup of tea, and I'm going to explain to you why. That's mostly because we are putting a fictional character into a historical period. And here we're trying to explain what it would have been like to be a gladiator, right? So it's based on some sources, but it's mostly fiction, and then you can create stuff that are, that are not going to be historically problematic. Well, we're going to have to look and see if there's anything as an early modern historian. So I'm not an ancient Rome historian, but I have in my time kind of learned ancient Rome history to see if there are some things that are going to shock me, maybe. Let's see. So obviously here lots of drama. Have I seen something like the big explosion? Trailer starts now. I'm not sure where it would have been. And also, though I'm not a military historian, and I probably should check with some of my friends that I'm sure you follow on YouTube, but here it seems a bit odd to me, this seems a bit odd to me. But let's continue.
It is an art, choosing gladiators.
Okay, so here we are in North Africa, like it is quite clear. It also shows how the Roman Empire, how big and how large it was. And it shows as well that people were recruited, if recruited is a right word, forced, taken. And this big vibe of being a gladiator, it was also something seen as prestigious. It was, but obviously these men had no too little choice to do it, so.
They're usually prisoners of war.
I claim this city for the glory of Rome.
What I like here is that we really set it up to, the glory of Rome and how the Roman Empire destroyed so many lives. The glory of Rome, you had these generals and you had these people taking away these men from their home. And obviously what they did to children and women were equally despicable, if maybe even more, but here we're really in the midst of explaining what it does it mean to be in Rome at that time, and how violent and unhuman almost this world truly was. I mean, it's what they're trying to portray. Obviously, I'm sure that there will be lots of ancient Rome historians are going to be, still careful here, because obviously it's all fiction. So here we're really dipping into one bad side of the Roman Empire. Is it better, guys?
You have something in you. Rage. Never let it go.
I kind of like this theme around rage, because it shows again that these people had no choice and didn't want to do it, and some of them rebelled. So I kind of like this theme of let it drive you, but at the same time we know that the person saying that is the one who took that man, so he's also doing that because he wants warriors, and he wants this idea of how you exploit men and their rage and their strength and the injustice that they're suffering. And now I think in many ways that is showing this, how it would have been at that time, like how to survive you would have to let your animal side of yourself, your animal instinct, thrive. make sense? I hope it does.
It will carry you to greatness.
Okay, that's what I don't like. It's like, does it carry you to greatness or does it help you to survive, right? Like, I think here, again, so here we're having one example of this man, we're following this man, but obviously it's not the fate of all these gladiators, right?
I own you now. But whose head could I give you to satisfy your fury?
The general will do. Rome has taken everything.
So obviously we're on the theme of like injustice, what happened, and we're again this theme of Gladiator, the injustice and vengeance and blood and war, and we are rooting for the underdog here.
Rome has taken everything from me. But I will have my vengeance.
There is plenty of pain waiting for you in the next life.
Did I just saw a rhino warrior? Okay. I just want to say there is no record in history of rhino warrior, so that is just plainly weird. I mean, it's obviously for the spectacle, but that would not have happened. I don't even know why they do this. Why? Is it impressive for you to see a rhino warrior?
I don't know why you are so greedy for it in this one.
I mean, okay, that is impressive. Like, obviously it's gonna... But that would have never happened. As 100% not historically accurate. Rhino existed, rhino warrior didn't exist. They were not put in the arenas with the gladiators. This is a bit ridiculous.
Your Majesties.
Oh, okay, we have two emperors here, Caracalla and Geta. So these two are brothers that are gonna rule at the same time, but it's very, they have a very bad reputation. They have a reputation of tyrants and everything, but what's interesting is that in history, they were ruling together, had a very bad reputation. Ultimately, Caracalla is going to kill his brother Geta to be able to rule. But what I like here is that we do have them. We do have, I mean, a close representation of them. And I don't know how badly they're going to be portrayed, but they had a very dark kind of reputation. And I don't know how much historians have rectified this, but I think they would agree that they were probably not the best Roman emperors.
This is your gladiator.
It is. I have the trust of the emperors.
Okay, so here we have the two emperors, and it's following history, right? I think in the first trailer we show them a bit more, like we show their crazy side. On this one, they don't seem to have to play a big part on this trailer, but on the first trailer we definitely have some very important parts of them where they're a bit crazy. However, what's also interesting, in the first trailer we have something so unusual. We have the Colosseum being filled with water, we have a naval reenactment, and what's so interesting is that it is actually historically accurate, but I don't think it's in the right time. So it did happen, but I think it's later on when they started doing this type of naval reenactment. And obviously definitely no sharks happened. They were not going to get sharks from the sea to put them into the Colosseum. So that's quite a bit, you know, again, just it's like the rhino warrior, right? It's a bit like, you're going a bit too far again. Let's continue with this trailer.
You will be my instrument.
I will never be your instrument.
So here we have again the rivalry in Roman times. It was, you know, in many ways a very dangerous time, a very unstable time, especially during Caracalla and Geta's rule. So here we definitely have this man who's using gladiators to win, to put forward his own agenda. You will be my instrument. We still have this theme of being a slave and serving a purpose, right?
In this life or the next.
Lucius, take your father's strength. His name was Maximus.
So here, obviously, the link between the first and the second movie on Gladiator. I mean, we needed it.
And I see him in you.
Most fighters won't survive.
You must help him.
Strength among us! I don't fight for power. I fight the free road for men like them.
Your name will be forgotten!
To restore order, I must have power.
Everything is forgotten in time. Empires fall. So do emperors.
This is war! Real war! The odds are against you.
The odds are always against me.
Oh, that's what I was saying, like the naval reenactment that we see in the first trailer, it's here. So you see, one thing as well, like I would like to know, is that one of the ship is actually too big. Like there would have been like smaller ships in the Colosseum. So again, like, you know, trying to be historically accurate without being historically accurate. Maybe that should be the title of a Ridley Scott. Oh my god, did you see all the sharks? That is just so ridiculous. Alright, okay, having said that now, I have to tell you guys, I do want to watch this movie. It's just my type of historical fiction where, you know, it's not the name of someone who actually lived. Yes, there are historical characters, but they don't seem to be very important to the story. And it is the idea of rebellion or the idea of the fall of empires. So I do like the themes that this movie is showing. Obviously, Ridley Scott loves big type of movies. I love them too. If I'm honest, I'm quite excited to see the scenes. It looks quite impressive, like even if it's a bit ridiculous with the sharks. Let me know in the comments if it's a movie you're gonna want to watch. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.